When with the MPs now, we follow them trend in we fail. And the reason we fail in it is, are we solving a permanent problem or we are solving a temporary problem? Say, if we are solving a temporary problem there, then they should keep deceiving people. But say, if we want to solve a permanent problem, I don't think giving mattresses to students at work or boarding house are doing here. But rather, why don't you equip the schools into students who and a mattress or order them? Into next year, so a mattress, right? The following year, a mattress. But you could have used that money to buy those mattresses. MPBR new students, secondary school be Equatadi Square. If you come for Anaja for Quisimtim for Takrade for GSTS, Incrobia students nibi. So if they make it as a policy, parliament, Nesse Obia at the no quota, say MPBR the mattress, you find a 3,000 or dribba. They can fill every secondary school with mattress into you, the students in local school, and for mattress on go. About on the secondary school, there will be mattress. This is by US from local school and find a mattress and canon. Are we solving a problem, or we are just interested in if you want it to be innovative, get with the Ministry of Education, want equip our secondary schools. Students in Wobodru want to bed be a trouble session at the whole provisions edugu box at the bemebolo de go trouble sim it is there. So why can't you do it in Ghana? And I jenim ne yakofa troubles 2,000 ne yakofa mattress 2,000. What problem are we solving? Have a problem that you solve. There is no ideas for the country called Ghana. I don't I don't even want to talk about this. Let me skip them a chapter, but I've seen all the messages. Many messages, but we are not jumping on that trend. It's not anything, be anything. 1 year they haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. Or your name knowledge. They should collaborate with the Ministry of Education. One get with the schools. MPBI ne mattress or ten or on fambra. One fambo, one chairman. Every school can have it if every MP is donating mattresses. Now they called you winning, not donating a school and to trouble. What that is what we are looking. Now amo mattress next year as an amo the next batch mattress the following into why don't we do with this so wadokwa one jan to so the next squad can follow. Anyways, Mama Chado and Mashama Wankin Executive Fancy Club this December. Uncle Satra still are you free. And Susunya call the numbers and Okosusuata no na Yanjawule December. Wankin Executive Fancy Club all happen. I into Yebeshia Kugus will meet again. A young baby I forget one a young yard boy.
Let's do some community stuff before things that concerns our citizens here in Sekeni Takrade, and before we get into our entertainment and trendy stories. So there's this, I don't know if I should say it's a trend now going on, because for the past 4-8 years it wasn't something that was quite visible in our metropolis, seeing members of parliament of various constituencies embarking on some form of interventions, especially for students. And we saw the MP for Sekendi, Honorable Blay Yameke Ama, embarking on some interventions, distributing textbooks, exercise books, and all. And then we later also saw that of the MP for Efia, who's also donating mattresses, trunks, and suits, school bags, and the Obatampa scholarship that is also by Honorable Dr. Grace Ayensu Danko, who's also the MP for Eskado Keten constituency, also embarking on similar one, distributing free mattresses, trunks, books, and also free sanitary pads for girls. And this has also created some conversations on social media, especially amongst citizens of Sekeni Takrade. And people believe that it's really not something that's sustainable. I mean, this week, the MP for Sekeni, Honorable Ama, he actually started his free bus for students. And I saw him in the bus. I mean, they were all embarking on it, doing the test drive and all of that, sending the students to their various schools. So, guys, this is the issue on board. Do you also, basically, what do you feel about this whole trend now?
Yes, so Sika, I've also come across those videos where the second MP was presumably taking some notes in the ride. I think to a certain point, some people might be happy and would hail him for what he has done. Accepted, because at least during that period, he's going to ease the pressure on some of the children, as they would have other things to use their TNT for. Yes, because probably most of them are not giving not up to 50 cedis in a day. So having to cater for that transportation cost, the children can also use that money for other things and even ease the burden on parents. But what are we talking about as a country? Our MPs were put into power to make laws that will ease the burden on the people of this country. Yeah, so as an MP, you are not expected to directly put monies into the pockets of the people. No, your main job is to bring out laws, enact legislations that will ensure that the people are self-sufficient. Let us ask ourselves, to what extent are our MPs, our politicians, our people in positions easing the pressures on parents or on the citizens? That is the key thing that they are supposed to do. Yes, you are supposed to make laws that will create jobs, that will create an enabling environment for people to do their various businesses. Are we seeing that? You are supposed to create laws that will ensure people are able to import and export things that will bring in more money so they can be self-sufficient. So what I have noticed is that our politicians feel they do us a lot of good by bringing us this initiative. No, these are not the stopgaps that we need. We need permanent things that will ease pressures on the citizenry, not stopgap measures. Let us ask ourselves, how long can these buses run? That is the first question. Probably it can run for a term. It will solve a problem. But moving forward, when the bus ceases to operate, what else is the MP or the minister or the others who are doing it going to rely on? They would have to go back to square one again, giving their children. So we should look at empowering the parents to take care of their children. It is not up to them to be provided. It's good. In the first place, I've said it's good as it's going to ease pressures on them. But let's look at the long term, the sustainability of this initiative. Can you roll for 5 years? Can you roll for 6 years? Even the Metro Mass Transit itself, a national project itself, is even suffering. How much more an individual? No amount of money can sustain this policy for more than 5 years or even up to 5 years. So what are they doing as members of parliament to empower the parents of these children to cater for their doing? Although I would be a hypocrite to say it is bad. It is a good idea. But let's look at the sustainability. It should be a national policy. It shouldn't be an individual policy. It should be a national policy that children under school-going age who travel for long distances are taken to their schools and from back home freely.
I mean, I really agree with you, because I really do remember when I was in basic school when Kofobas was very vibrant in Kumasi. I would if I'm able to get to the roadside early,
you get a bus.
I can pick the bus and then they'll just drop me at my school.
Yes.
And it was very simple. I didn't have to pay for anything. But now it is not the case because we are not even seeing those buses anymore. I mean, Metro Mass Transit is having its own issues. So I think for the national one, it
should be a national something. It shouldn't be an individual because individually it is not sustainable. Because these are first-time MPs, and I don't know the amount of money that they have garnered enough to sustain this project for like 5 years to. Even for their period, let's say for their first time period of 4 years, fueling a car within a constituency for 4 good years, I don't think it is sustainable. So it should be a national issue. They should push it in Parliament so they would have a backing to create it so that children can get that transportation. But the individual one, to me, I believe it is not sustainable.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I agree with you. Wolley, your thoughts on this one also?
Well, I see it from two forms. Now, the first part I see it is, one, it's exposing the old MPs that this was something that was basic. That could have been done years ago, but you refuse to do it. Because let's take a look at the MPs that are doing this. Sorry.
So for the MPs, we have the MP for, of course, Sekendi, Honorable Yamike, Honorable Ble Yamike Ama, and there's also the MP for Efia.
Okay, let me start from the top, general, like national.
Okay.
So there's Honorable Kujuto Ablakwa from North Tongu that is doing it. There is Jomro, Dorcas Afotofi, Wejabawe, Jerry Ahmed, Honorable Jerry Ahmed, Ewutu Senya, Gisela Tete, Abutui, Ebura Asebu, Kwame Nkese, Abra. Okay, it's Abra. Okay, you say Ebura. Abra Asebu. Ebura Musu, Abra Asebu. Kwamankese, okay. Tree Felix Kwachio Fosu, Sekendi, Honorable Ble Ama, Efia, Honorable Isaac Buama, Efia Keten, Escado Keten, here where we are.
I will lash you in.
Where we are. Honorable Grace.
Noble Dr.
Grace.
I answer them.
I am his friend. I am his friend.
Be serious.
I am his friend. Otuma Dr. Grace. So, back to seriousness. If you look through in the Western region,
no MP from the Ahanta side is also embarking.
As I know, I've not seen that.
Okay.
What I have seen is what I'm putting out at the moment. If you look at people from our part of the region, so now there are three MPs that are doing it. From our part here, there is Honorable Ble Ama, Honorable.
No, from our region there are 4.
For our region, 4 because of Docas.
Honorable Docas, yeah.
Honorable Grace from Escado Keten. I think this is her first time in Parliament, and she's doing this.
I think the ones in Sekendi Takwade is their first time.
Yeah, it's all the three.
And
all the three.
No, Docas.
No, Docas for here. I mean, Sekendi Takwade.
Docas. This is the second time in Parliament.
Yeah.
This is
the first time doing the car.
But this is the first time her party is even in power.
Oh yeah.
For her to do this, so let's take it that this is her first time in Parliament. It should tell you there is a loophole somewhere. It is either these procurement things are always there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As in the chop box, the trunk, and all those things. Who brought them? Question we've not even asked ourselves.
For Honorable Buama, he's saying he used parts of
his allowance.
His fund and his personal.
It is up to him to say that. But I'm just saying, where does it come from? So it should tell you there is something that is good. It's like a template that all of them are now using. It's like there's something new under the sun that is coming. It's like all of them are following the same trend. But have they forgotten that it's time to solve problems? You are placed there to solve problems permanently, not make temporary solutions. So if you are giving chop box and trunks to this, so what happens to these students? Would they take it and go and put it in their house?
That is why the day students are also having the free transportation.
It's for only one person. The others, it's a fair giving you free transport.
No, but
no, I'm giving you an example.
Wait,
It's
Dr. Grace is rolling that out. I think she says next week. It's rolling out next week. So those two MPs are providing
transportation.
Yes.
Sekendi and
Iskadoketen, yeah.
What's happening to the others? And let's not even forget.
They gave XAs.
What has Sakrade done?
Sekendi gave exercise.
What has Sakrade done?
That one we haven't seen.
We haven't heard anything from Monkey Kakro.
His party is not in power.
But Boama's party is not in power.
But he's doing it.
So I just want you to understand that these people are always putting us in a box to play around us. That's what they are doing. Because genuinely, if you want to talk about important things that these people would need, the basic school, have you looked at the results that they get and go to school? Have you checked the results some of them are getting? Have you thought about, say, Ebia, you have a teaching MS community. There are students over there, the final year students. Have you thought about even creating a free extra classes for them? Like evening classes, when we're young, maybe now the uncle say Jonah Nade. Those sort of classes for people, the BEC students in the community. At least because there are some infrastructures that some schools don't have. So it has an effect on the results they get. So if there is a proper structure where they go for classes, they know, okay, there is class over here, we are talking about A, B, and C. At the end of the day, you're able to mingle or you're able to mix a student from different schools. You get to adapt and learn new things from them. But I feel our politicians are always using the template, the old school thing that, oh, there's an MP over here that is doing this thing, so let me also do some. Oh, let me do the C. There was a breakdown I was doing in a platform this afternoon when the whole MPs and the whole trunks and these things came up. I'd like to go in, but please teach him a talk with her. I'm trying to find the breakdown.
Yes, so as I also support what Richard is also talking about. For the trunks and chopbox, it's good. It's a good initiative, but I was thinking that the schools could.
Okay, so now let's look at the calculation. Now you buy 400 mattresses for 1,000 pieces. That's like 400,000. 400,000 Ghana cedis. The trunk 200 trunks for 200 cedis for per truck for per the trunk. So that's times 1,000, 200,000. Chop box 180 cedis. I made all this inquiry before I did the calculation. Times 1,000 people, 180,000. So if you calculate all those monies, where is the MP getting the money from?
From their common fund and some from their own personal.
Where are they getting the money from? No, these are questions that we should ask our people. We should ask them know that where are they getting these things from that they make it seem like we are performing magic. They are performing magic. Where are they getting the money from? Because the get fund they are talking about or the common fund or whatever they call it is not that enough. Do you get where I'm coming from? Yeah. So I feel they should be able to solve issues that are needed. Because at the end of the day, if students in your community are able to write WASI or BEC and in your community, out of probably 1,000 students or 1,000 days, so 10,000 students, right? Out of 10,000 students, you're able to get probably 1,000 of them getting 8 A's. That shows an impact in the community where you come from. Because education is also one of your core duties as the leader of the community, as the member of parliament. It's not just about giving them books, giving them trunks and chop box and all those things. It's about the structures you build. Building the right structures so that the people who are in your community benefit directly from it. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of a leader that has focus. Let me use the Jarvis Foundation as an example. In a community like Efiokuma, they've been able to say, okay, you know what? There are people in tertiary schools, tertiary education. What do you do most? You do a lot of research. There is free Wi-Fi. This is something that is solving instant and long-term problems. It's not something that is just the tertiary students are here, so let me go and give them laptops and those things. Now laptop I didn't know the better research. No. By all means, there would have to be internet that covers that. So that is example of a leadership that has. It's an example of a group of people that have good leaders. That's leadership at its best at that point. Now let's look at these tertiary people SHS people that we are talking about. I genuinely believe the trunks and chop box is not what they need. There are a lot of things that they need that needs to be done. But aside that, I'm not going to say they've not done well by giving them the trunks and chop box. If I say they've not done well, I'm a liar. But I'm just saying there is more that can be done. There is more that can be done in the. It's not just about you saying, "Oh, school for a boy." Parents were bringing books and it shouldn't end there. There's a lot. Are you able to even develop a data and know the schools in your community, those that need some things to better, so that you know that last year when I wasn't in power, they had aggregate 16 from teacher med school. Now I'm in power, the grade has been able to go down to maybe aggregate 12 or something. That is when you know, there is growth. Like when you are doing your calculation, you know, okay, there's been an impact in whatever I gave out. But if you are giving trunks and chop boxes and mattress, and they go and it's still the same, we had no result from what we are doing. It means we had no result because the result is you gave the trunks and chop box, and the results that came were positive. Not just giving trunks and chop box and you go and sit down and say, MP, I'm a trunks and chop box. And the one that is giving free bus, shout to that person. It's a good initiative.
Is it sustainable? For how long?
It's a good initiative, but my question is, I'm coming.
Looking at the prices of
I'm coming.
Of the bus.
And my question is now, who is going to fund for it? You've given the free bus. Oh, Daddy, I respect you for that. But now the bus is in here now. Who is going to fuel the bus? Is it the students? I remember when they started Kufuor bus. When I was there to me, Poon School, me jina don I was sitting in the Kufuor bus for free.
They brought the double decker one. Everybody
what happened to it?
The way I like going out there. Anytime I see the bus, I go straight.
2000 is the
yes. I will just go straight. I'll go out because I'll bring for double decker.
Poon School now, let me get some. If you are in a uniform now,
let me cut you short. I will always respect and cherish President John Ajekun Kufuor.
That man
brought so many things that went down to the least Ghanaian to solve the problems. Those are the things that we're looking for. He brought the school feeding, he brought the capitation grant, the national health insurance, a lot that even the least person within the community was benefiting from. But let me do an analysis. You've given these mattresses and chop box to an individual. It has become his personal property. He can decide if the brother is going to the next level. Probably somebody after secondary school, they will sell it off. You would have to bring another one. Why don't you equip the various schools so that it's kept over there? When you are coming to school, the trunk and the chop boxes and the mattress, they're already there. You just go with your clothes, your provisions and other stuff. Go and study. When you complete school, leave them there and go home. So
we have poor maintenance culture in our country.
I hope you understand.
And it stems from the root. All sides, all angles, everywhere, the schools, wherever, even in private sector, there's
I know people when they are going home, they will sell their mattresses. They will sell everything.
A lot of people do that.
They wouldn't bring anything home, but if it's in the school, it's a school's property. They have written it, property of the school. Every year you come and use it, leave and go home. It will be there, the school property. But you've given it to Kwesi Mensah. You decide, after school I'm not using it. Some will even send the trunk to the the scraps. They will go and sell it to the scraps. So every year, can you keep on bringing it every year? Every year? No,
like what Chema is saying, I agree with him 100%. can you always say, oh?
But you know, people are going to cite health issues, because if something like the mattress, and you know, our senior high schools have this whole bed bags.
Because we have schools that have their own mattresses.
But see,
senior high schools, boarding houses have their own mattresses.
But you are even going far. At the end of every term, don't you do fumigation?
They fumigate. We have schools that have mattresses.
Fumigation is one of the most easiest things to do.
So you can just have that. Isn't it too personal? Somebody might also say it's. I mean, the bed and the pillow is too personal. So yes, a bed and pillow
that you bring is your choice. The school already has beds.
If you want, bring
your bed. If you don't have and you are coming from Navrongo to come to school in Sekendi, then that one, when you are coming, you come and enjoy the bed they have. Or if you can buy a bed and carry it from Navrongo and bring it, you bring it. It's quite simple. Just create permanent solutions, not temporary solutions.
All right.
If they're always creating temporary solutions, we'll go and come back to the same drawing board.
Let me just take you to Diabene here. I'm telling you, when you go to Diabene Senior High Technical School and you look at the facilities that they have, you wouldn't love to teach in that school. Sorry to them, but you wouldn't love to teach in that school, because as I said, is this a senior high school? Is that their classroom that they are using? Go to TTI and see. There are classrooms that haven't been completed, but students are learning in there. I don't know if you've been there.
I've not entered
yet. Lots of classrooms that haven't been completed. Students are living in there. Why don't we complete all of these things? These are projects, but sometimes I wonder, when you go to these private institutions, private senior high schools, and you look at how individuals have been able to provide facilities for their schools, it surprises me government can't do the same for school, which has a population of, I can't even understand. Why they decide to do that to the people? Because they know whatever be the case, Ghanaians will still vote for them and they will keep on hovering around us. But a time will come, the youth of the country would, most of them are they are descending. Yes, most of them are descending. So a time will come, politicians wouldn't have their way as they are having it now. And it would even be very, very difficult for them to get people to follow them.
All right.
It's high time to stop voting for politicians and vote for leaders. They are two different people.
Not every politician is a leader.
Not every politician is a leader.
But is every leader a politician?
What?
Is every leader a politician?
No.
Good.
No. There are people who are playing politics, and there are those that are born leaders. Someone who is a born leader thinks about solving his problems, because he's the one leading his people. But if you're a politician, you are there to make money and you go home.
You are there to make money and then you Cynthia Ofori yourself.